If you didn't know, we got a comedy duo tonight. Okay, yep. It is the comedy duo of the Wig Lady and the Bald Man. Let's bring them up.
Watch your next.
Keep it PG. That's what I told him. He's not very good at doing that. No. I'm trying him, you know. Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
Let's go.
Chop, chop. Okay.
So I had to ride in the car with you all the way over here, and now I gotta do this?
Yep. And I drove you, as I remember.
Great.
Okay, back up. Now you've got people over there. They want to hear us, too. I mean,
They wanna hear you.
well, my son's over there. He wants to see his mama. Sorry, no. Okay, so we met online, as you know, or some of you know.
Love me tender.
And there is a song he's written that I told him he is not allowed to sing tonight. It is not for the public yet. You know, it's not the PG or not even the PG-13. But anyway, so our profiles, a couple things about our profiles. Now I'm kind of talkative, and actually he is too, but not on his profile. So his profile, he had 3 pictures, and we were going to try to do something fancy, but you know we're not that fancy yet. We were going to have pictures up here, but you know we have technical problems. Mostly my brain didn't work. But because his profile, he had 3 pictures, and they were very, very nice looking. He's a nice looking man. However, they were like 17 years old. And I was like,
Trying to get by on my looks.
And that's all he was trying to get by on, because he had nothing written in his profile at all. Nothing. And I usually just go by those guys. I figure they can't read and write. You know, I don't want them. So, I think he liked me first, so I gave him the courtesy of a like back, you know. But anyway, and then, of course, my profile. What was in my profile? Here, talk.
What was in your profile? Yes. About a 14-page letter. I'm spontaneous. I have ADHD.
Very full disclosure. I gave it all out there. Yeah.
Full disclosure. I'm very creative.
I don't think I put that. You just found that out. But I did tell you that I don't do boring.
And I said I'm not boring.
And how old were my pictures?
Recent.
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, current.
Close to mine.
Okay. But anyway, he lived in Tulsa, I lived here, and I said, how far, you know, I said, is that a problem? It's an hour and 40 minutes. And he said, no, it's not a problem. So then I dumped him. Simply because he was not geographically attractive at the moment, because I still had other men to go through. And so I came back to him about 2 months later, and I said, hey, do you want to get to know each other? Still around? He said, sure. He goes, I said, well, you have nothing written on your profile, clearly, so you didn't, you know, we need to know something about you, because, you know, you didn't write anything. I don't like those kind of guys. But anyway, he said, well, if you want to get to know me, here's my phone number, call me. So I did. I like that assertiveness. So anyway, so we thought we'd share a couple of, I don't know, weird things tonight. And I don't know if they told you this, because we don't usually tell you this, but we'll tell you this, that this is the first time we've ever done this, and it's obvious. So, but we're gonna wing this thing. I told him we're really elbowing it. But
So let me tell them about the cruise ship.
honey, that's jumping to the very far end. What were you going to tell him about the cruise ship? Which part?
Who's running this?
Okay, which part?
The part about dancing.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we went on a cruise, and before we went, I said, I want you to make a list of like 5 things that I have to do, and 5 things...
Challenges.
Huh?
Challenges.
Challenges. Okay. Well, 2 of her things were, I had to slow dance with her and sing a song in her ear, and then I had to put her up against the wall and give her a passionate kiss.
In public.
In public. So every night on the ship, we would go to the little dance club, and you know, we're old. Everyone in there's like 21, 23, but we made a lot of friends.
Young ones.
And she made friends with the DJ. So on this particular night, she told him to play this certain song. And so they like cleared the dance floor, and we got out there and slow danced, and I sang to her. Well, as we're going around, we get over by the wall, and I'm like, oh, challenge number 2. So I go to pin her up against the wall, but I pinned her up against the wall. And the whole crowd, like 200 people, go, oh, damn! And then I kissed her and they go, oh.
It was very sweet. So, and then one of our visuals that we don't have here tonight, so one of the challenges I gave him is that he has to wear one of my wigs to dinner. And so anyway, he was a good sport. He did do it. So that'll be more funny when you can see the picture.
It's kind of cool having hair.
Yeah.
Blonde?
He's,
Blonde wig?
No.
no, it was a short brown one. It was one of my short ones. So that goes back to when we met.
I looked really sweet, by the way.
Honey, so that goes back to when we met. I told him ahead of time, I'm very transparent. I said, hey, I wear wigs a lot for a couple of reasons. I said, my hair is thinning and it bothers me. And sometimes I have a good hair day, so I won't wear a wig. But I've got like 17 different wigs. I don't know, I sent a picture to Kitty one day. I said, here's my closet. You know, I got lots of wigs. Different colors, styles, whatever. But I said, I like to do that. And you have a problem with that? And he said, no, that would be very hypocritical of me since I am bald. So I thought that was a really good answer. But I told him it allows me to not wash my hair for months, and then also it's like having a different girl every night. So he liked that.
And that part's fun.
Yes. And so you want to tell him about the first time you saw me, though, in the morning?
Oh, okay. I really wish I had the pictures for this. So I came to visit her for the first time.
Not the first time. Just keep going.
Okay. So I wake up the next morning and I look over and I don't know how to explain what I saw. And I should have thought about this because it was not very nice. But I go, damn, Beetlejuice! And then I thought, oh shit, did I just say that out loud? But apparently I didn't offend her because when she came to see me the next week, she brings me like a 15 by 17 framed, and there's a big picture of Beetlejuice in the middle, and then lots of pictures of her around it with different hairstyles. And I'm like, well, I guess that's what I'm going to see every day.
Morning hairstyles. Morning hairstyles. That's right. So he made it past that test, so that was really good. So a couple things. One thing, I just have to, I don't know if this is even going to be funny, but I think it's funny. So at 60 years old, he learned how to spell his middle name. So I'm helping him get his passport because we're going to go on a cruise. And for his whole life, since he's 60 years old, his middle name was spelled wrong. And he kept telling me his middle name is the same as my last name, R-E-N. Well, he thought it was R-E-N-D-E-L.
D-L-A.
Okay, whatever. Either way, it's wrong. And so I get his birth certificate to help him get a passport. And I said, honey, your name is spelled the same as mine, R-A-N-D-A-L-L. Well, I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I should take some credit or something because the guy didn't know how to spell his middle name until he was 60 and I showed him his birth certificate.
Can I tell them about all your dress-up stuff?
Honey, I don't know.
Okay, so we're at my house. OU plays at 11 o'clock. So, you know, I have a ritual. I have, you know, chips and salsa, cold beer. I watch the game. So I'm sitting on the couch. I've got everything in front of me. And the game comes on and Jeannie's nowhere around. About that time, she comes out of the bedroom in an OU cheerleader's uniform and starts doing a cartwheel and kicks in front of my TV. And I'm like, you're taking dress up just a little bit too far.
I told him I like to dress up every opportunity I have. I mean, whether it's, you know, anyway, whatever. Okay. Are we getting the thing? Okay, we got 2 minutes. Okay, cool. All right. So let's see. You were gonna tell. You're supposed to say here how creative I was, honey. Go ahead and say.
Oh yeah. How creative are you?
let me tell you.
I'm this creative.
No. I like to call myself the queen of improvising. I can't say that word.
This is good.
No,
I gotta sit down.
I can improvise anything. I mean, I don't know how many of you have ever had a bra strap break, or, you know, in the back. I mean, have you ever used duct tape?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it doesn't hold real well. I had mine come undone one time in church, but you know, I can improvise with everything. So for Halloween this year, I was a pirate, and my costume required that my boobs kind of give a little more cleavage and roundage. You know, what do they call that pole look? It's called the pole look, I've heard, because I've been looking at those sites. And because I was, you know, just because, you know, whatever. But anyway, so I needed to get a little lift there. And I came out with my little costumes because I wanted me to look a little better. And I said, what do you think? You know, they don't look 67 anymore. I said, do I look a little better? And he said, yeah, how'd you do that? And so I showed him. I had 2 pot holders. Pot holders make great, cheap breast lifts. Just one under each, and it held it up really good. So a lot cheaper than the breast lift. Okay, we are going to finish with, so the other day I keep reminding him, honey, do I ever drive you crazy?
All the time.
All the time. Yeah, he tells me that all the time. I'll say, I'm sorry, I don't mean to. But anyway, so the other day he sends me a text. In fact, he was coming down here and he said, will you remember to bring your tripod? And how did I respond?
I can't remember anything.
I said, no, you know I won't remember. That's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
Because I did remember that because I
My
wrote it
bad.
down. So I wrote him back and I said, oh, do you want to read this, honey? The text?
Yeah,
this is
this
the
is
actual
the-
text I wrote him back.
Actual text. She goes, but I can write it down on my fridge and I'll put it in front of my door so I will have to trip over it when I go out. But you will probably need to call me and remind me one more time because you know I might be on my way out the door and actually have it in my hand and then notice the flower bed needs weeding and I'll have to stop and take care of that. And then I might sit down while I do that and forget I set it down and won't have it with me when I get in the car. But remember, I gave you full disclosure in my profile. Thank you, guys.
All right, okay.
What do you want to say?
That's all. I'm just going to say one more thing, but that's okay. We're done.
Did you-
All right. Thank you. No, that was all.
Did you want to stare into my eyes?
Honey, stop.
He pulled the microphone out of you-know-where. Well, how did y'all like our duo? I thought that was great. Jeanie, are your best friends here tonight? They are? Okay, because if not, I was gonna take that spot, try to. I think that if they do get married, I think Todd should take her last name so he could be Todd Randall. That is a great comedian name.
Spelled right. Spelled right. Yeah.
All right, guys, I got a couple announcements. If you want to see us again, you can come up here Wednesday night for Cheap Enchilada night. We're all here every Wednesday.